Geminates Hophal. Let us look at our last binyan, which is the Hofil. And as we've seen before, the Hofil is quite regular in that it has the same sort of features throughout its entire paradigm. So here we have the Hofil for Geminates. We see that the prefix vowel is u, or shuduk, throughout all the forms here, okay? We see the theme vowel is patach. It's patach, patach. The only exceptions to that, if I just look quickly, yeah, patach everywhere. Okay, the only exceptions are here. Here we have a comets, which is understandable because the comets marks the participles for the passive binyanim. That's the normal case. So nefal, pual, hofal. So we expect to have a comets there. Down here we have a tsere, which again is expected because the tsere marks the infinitive absolute for the last three binyanim, for the hitpael, the hifil, and the hofal. The first four are marked with the holom vav. Sometimes holom, but generally holom vav. So other than that, though, we have the same prefix vowel and the same theme vowel throughout the whole paradigm. Notice that we do not have reduction here. Yusav, yusav, vayusav, both jussive and preterite. There's no reduction, no accent shift. Okay, what else do I want to say here? All forms have the same prefix vowel. Okay, that's this one, right? Identical, the Geminates in the Hofil, or the Hofil Geminates, are identical to first vav and holo Hofil verbs. So, if you take a look at your tables, and you look at the holo verbs, you'll see, at least in Ross, he has the verb hukam up here for the perfect 3ms Hofil, hukam, which of course comes from kum, right? That's the same in terms of form as husav, no difference. You look at the imperfect 3ms for the holo verbs, and you have yukam, and here we have yusav. So they're identical. And if you turn back to the first vav verbs, not the first yud, but first vav, and we look at the same position there, the hofal 3ms perfect, we see hushav, which comes from yashav. So hushav, husav. Here it's husav. Same form. And again, the imperfect is yushav, and here we have yusav. So, what this means is that if we see a verb like this in a text and we don't know what the verb is, but we see this form, then it could be that it is a verb that starts with a vav. That would be a first vav, okay? So vav samach beit. Or it could be a verb that has either a vav or a yud in the middle, so a holo verb. Or it could be a vav that has the last two radicals the same, so samach beit beit. And so if you don't know the verb, you'll have to try all those in your dictionary to see which one it is. So we have those three different types of verbs. They're all the same in the Hofil. The Geminates, the first vav, and the holo. So Geminates, first vav, and holo. Now this is true except when suffixes are added, okay? Because then a dagesh forte appears. And there's suffixes in quite a few forms, so that's nice. Then we can at least tell that we have a geminate in the Hofil. This is not true between the first vav and the holo verbs. Those ones still are the same. But with geminates, they do stand out when you have a suffix, because if you have a suffix, then you can have the dagesh forte indicating gemination, or indicating that you had gemination. And you can't have it here because you can't have a dagesh forte at the end of a word. But in this form, and this, most of them here, like all the rest of these, you actually know you have a geminate because of that dagesh. It's not first vav, it's not second yud or second vav. Here you have fewer, so you got one here, but these are all a little more ambiguous. And down here you have dageshim as well. Here you don't, again, because it's the end. Here you don't either. Here you don't. Here you don't. Actually, let me just check this here. I wonder. Nope, that's right. I was just wondering where the first vav in the Hofil is the same for the participle, but it is. Mushav. Okay, well, there you have it. That's the Hofal. Hofal for the Geminates.